Cleanup is underway tonight after a quick-moving storm left behind this path of destruction. Chopper 4 live over the Near East Side right now, where the National Weather Service has confirmed a tornado caused all of the damage you're seeing. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Marshall.
And I'm Mike Jackson. Thanks for staying with us tonight at 6. This damage is pretty widespread, and it happened while most of us were asleep. From Nationwide Children's Hospital all the way to Bexley, the power of the storm damaged homes, snapped trees in half, and knocked out power to hundreds.
We're going to have team coverage tonight as that cleanup is getting underway. Dave Mazza tracking the path of the tornado. Tyler Beckham has a look at the challenges AEP is having getting all the lights turned back on.
Well, let's begin tonight with Tyler Carter, who joins us from Bexley Live, just one of the areas that was surveyed today by the National Weather Service.
And good evening. You know, the cleanup crews have been out here all morning, just knocking down trees and also taking out trees and trees that fell down even themselves. Trees all the way down from Gould all the way from Powell Avenue are just completely blocked down on this block. If you look over here, pan over here to my left, a tree took out a fence down here. You know, it's going to be a couple of days till all of this gets back to normal. Mother Nature sent gusting winds rolling through Bexley Wednesday morning.
Something hit us last night. I don't know what it was.
Casey Welch woke up to an 85-foot tree laying in his front yard.
Well, that's our second 85-foot tree that's come down. We had one come down last summer as well.
The strong wind wiped out his fence in his backyard, taking down any and everything in its path. Bexley High School was covered with debris. City and local landscaping crews went block to block, cleaning up and cutting down trees.
We start receiving some calls from different people. Then they need some help, you know, with trees in their house.
Brandon L. Arcone and his father say they just want to help any way they can. This is the mindset of many people in this neighborhood, willing to give a helping hand where it's needed.
I had this happen once before. Neighbors came and helped me get a tree out of the bushes, a big one, so it's not unusual. People are very helpful around here.
No telling how late crews are going to be out here just trying to get all this clean up. I talked to the fire department. They did say despite all the damage that happened out here, everyone in Bexley is lucky. Luckily, there was no one that was injured. But now I want to toss it over to Rob Sneed, who's on the Near East Side with some more damage here in Columbus.
Yeah, Tyler, that storm came in here pretty hard as well, bringing with it a lot of wind, a lot of rain. I'm standing here on the corner of Kelton and Main Street here in East Columbus, and right now you can see that this intersection is pretty clear, but just a few hours ago, I mean, there was a lot of debris out here, a lot of trees, leaves, dirt, even mud, and there were crews out here trying to get this all up. Now, just a few hours ago, as I mentioned, those crews, they had brooms in their hands, they were pushing branches, dirt, grass off the sidewalk and out of the street. Now, they also used blowers. Now, folks who live nearby told me that they saw a couple of businesses along this area damaged.
I took a walk assessing myself this morning, and I walked straight down Main to Churches, where I seen a tree and a twin-sized bed was inside of the restaurant.
You can see they got that all cleared up right now. Now, also in nearby homes, a few people had pieces of missing siding scattered about their yards, and many of them had no power. Local for you in Columbus's Near East Side, Rob Sneed, NBC4.
Now, the damage that occurred today stretches for several blocks.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Mazza is joining us now with a closer look at what is being called a tornado.
Yeah, that's this. The National Weather Service sends out a storm survey crew. They look at all the damage, see where the wind and the debris goes, and then they assess that it's a tornado. Now they've got to do the hard part of trying to figure out the winds estimated from this storm. And it was a quick mover, and it did produce, as we saw earlier in the newscast, some very limited damage in spots, but a lot of damage. I want to show you what happened early this morning, 5:30. This first line of storms kind of blows right through the city, or just to the north of downtown. Now watch this second line right here, and it's right in this area that we're watching very closely, moving in from Upper Arlington towards downtown Columbus. I'm going to move this little spotlight feature right here, and you can see where that storm came right through Bexley, and we had some pretty strong winds with that storm as it blew through Bexley, potentially producing that tornado of EF0 to EF1 strength, it looks like, based on the damage. We'll get that official report hopefully this evening from the Weather Service. But the good news is that system has pushed to the east. Now we're setting up for a cooler night tonight, something we'll talk about in a few minutes.
Alrighty, thanks so much, Dave. AEP Ohio has been working all day to get the lights and all electricity turned back on for those who live on the east side of the city. Tyler Beckham continues our team coverage tonight with an update on why it could be still a few more hours until all the power is restored.
Yeah, but the good news, Mike, for folks here is that it could and likely will happen by the end of the night tonight. I'm in the area where the National Weather Service confirmed a tornado touchdown south of Broad, east of James, and two things going on behind me here: cleanup and power restoration. As you can see, the debris left behind is behind me here as crews continue working to clean that up. AEP says thousands were without power in the area here earlier today. Chopper 4 shows us the type of thing crews from the National Weather Service are looking for: random damage that sort of hops around, whether moderate or heavy. The debris tells the story here. You'll see obvious signs of damage in one spot, then right next to it, it's as if nothing happened at all. As Chopper 4 continues to hover above us live, you can see that AEP crews and trucks have been in this area. AEP says electricity will gradually be restored throughout the night until everyone is back on.
Our plan right now is to have everyone back on at 11 p.m. tonight. That doesn't mean the time you'll come on necessarily. We're going to be bringing people on a little at a time. Now we're down to the nitty-gritty, picking up the individual services. We still have one large portion of what we call our primary wire down. Hoping to pick that up here in the next hour or so.
So just in time for our newscast tonight at 11, though. But coming up in an hour, AEP says about 600 people are still without. I will update you on those numbers tonight on NBC4 at 7. Local for you in East Columbus, Tyler Beckham, NBC4.